parole violation.
Oh, it's ridiculous. The whole thing is completely insane. I mean, the damage this could do to Sheila.
Gosh, who could have done this?
Oh, I have no idea. She hasn't been out of the house for weeks, and it's the first time we're sitting in a coffee shop and two policemen walk in and arrest her.
Where did they take her? Where is she now?
She's in custody. There's going to be a hearing in about half an hour.
Are you going to go?
Well, of course I'm going to go. They can't lock her up now. I was just beginning to make progress with the woman.
Well, James, you know, she has violated her parole.
Well, I suppose technically, yes, she has. I mean, one of the conditions of her last parole hearing was that she doesn't go near the foresters. You and I both know she has been back there.
Do you think it was Maggie who could have reported her?
No. No, never. No, Maggie knows I'm working with her. Maggie would never do that to me. This couldn't have happened at a worst possible time. It was terrible trying to get Sheila to get out of the house. You know, she's becoming agoraphobic.
Really?
Yes, she hasn't left. She's terrified to leave home. Then when I got to the restaurant, she was convinced that everybody was staring at her. I mean, I struggled to establish trust, and then I had to convince her nobody was out to get her.
James, this really could do serious damage to your therapy basis.
I know. But who? I mean, who would do this to her?
Lauren.
Hi.
Hi, what is going on? I came as soon as I got your message.
Sheila's been arrested.
Why?
What do you think?
For poisoning Stephanie.
No, that will come out, but for violating parole.
Oh, and you reported her.
With pleasure.
James told me about your confrontation.
Can you believe that? She walks into my house and expects to be absolved of all of her guilt.
I know. She's really something, isn't she?
I wanted to strangle her. She's so presumptuous and self-righteous. And now she's found religion and is using that to justify every evil, disgusting thing she's ever done. Well, today, it stops right here.
Lauren, have you talked to James about this?
No, but it's what I want to talk to you about. I realize that you and James are very close, and I don't want to mess that up, but I need your help. Together, you and I can put that woman back into that prison hospital where she belongs. But I can't do it alone.
He needs us, Mom. Dad needs us. And you told him he could move in with us.
No, CJ, what I said was I'd think about it. Now, that was before the fashion show, and a lot has happened since then.
Yeah, a lot has happened. He saved my life since then.
CJ, son, come over here.
And what about the doctor? She said he needed someone to look after him.
Of course, and that's why I think he should stay in the hospital a little longer. They can take care of him much better than we can.
No, Mom, no. He needs to be with us, his family. You're just saying that because you don't want him.
CJ, son, that's enough. Now come over here.
CJ. Come here. Dad wants to talk to you.
I want him to move in, or I'm moving out.
Right over here, big guy. Go.
You're not moving out. You're not going anywhere. And you're definitely not going to talk to your mother that way. Now, you tell her you're sorry. Right now.
Have you talked to Sheila's parole officer?
I tried. I couldn't reach her. She wasn't available.
Well, she needs to be told about the progress you've been making with Sheila. She might be able to call off the whole hearing.
You're right. I better get over there. Oh, could you call Maggie for me, please? Tell her something's come up.
Where is she right now?
I don't know. She's at home, probably. Thanks, Taylor.
How can I help you, Lauren?
You were one of the first people that she approached when she got out of prison.
Meaning what?
Meaning that the first thing she did was violate parole. She wasn't supposed to see you. That would have impact, Maggie.
I know, you're right. Because the reason she wanted to befriend me in the first place was so she could get into the house and ultimately poison Stephanie.
No one is in a better position to get her back in that prison than you are.
Lauren, I have a problem here because James thinks that he can rehabilitate Sheila, and I told him I would go along with him on that.
All right, I realize this is not going to make James happy, but she is dangerous. She is dangerous for all of us, including James, and you know that. This is our only chance. This may be our only chance to get her back in that prison where she belongs.
I just wish James would get his head on straight about that woman. I think I must be in love with the eternal optimist.
I don't mean to pressure you.
No, it's okay, Lauren, you're not. I do worry about him being around her so much.
You know, if you don't help me, you may live to regret it.
I know, that's what I'm afraid of. She did try to kill him once.
So what do you want to do?
It's not what I want to do. It's what I have to do. Count me in, Lauren. I'm with you all the way.
Okay, and I will do everything I can to get James to understand, and I really believe eventually that he will.
Let's put her back where she belongs. This time for good.
Go on, CJ. Apologize. No son of mine is going to talk to his mother the way you just talked to yours.
Dad?
No. Just do it. Go on over and say you're sorry. Go on.
I'm sorry, Mom. But I lost my dad once. I don't want to lose him again.
You're not going to lose me. I'll be around.
Where?
I'll be in the hotel room. I'll be fine.
But the doctor said...
I know what the doctor said.
The doctor said, Clarke, that you're not going to be able to get released unless you stay with someone.
Well, you let me worry about that.
Well, here we are. You want to sign these release papers, Mr. Garrison?
Sure.
And you'll be taking him back to your place, right?
You bet we will.
So let's get you signed in and out of here. We need this room.
I suppose that we can begin. Let the record show that this is a hearing on the issue of Sheila Carter's parole. A complaint has been filed by Miss Lauren Fenmore. Let's begin the questioning.
I'm sorry, I got held up in traffic.
Dr. Warwick, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm here to speak on Sheila Carter's behalf. Maggie? What are you doing here?
Forget cable. We got a dish. 13 football games on Sunday, man.
They have that many teams?
Darla. This he did.
Well, CJ, you know, ever since the Raiders left, I'm not into football that much anymore.
Well, that's gonna change.
Well, maybe I could come over on Monday night.
Come over? Dad, you're gonna be living here.
That hasn't been decided yet, CJ.
Sure it has. You know where all the bathrooms are, right? And the refrigerator's always full. That's the law around here.
CJ, maybe you and I should go play a game of hearts?
You can't play hearts with two people.
Fine, we'll play gin rummy, okay? In the bedroom. Come on.
See, this kind of stuff always happens around here.
go, Sugar Lump.
Oh. That boy is really something, huh?
Yeah. And right at the moment, that boy is putting me in a very difficult position.
No, he isn't.
Of course he is. I'm going to end up looking like the Grinch who stole Christmas if I don't invite you in here to live with us.
It's not going to happen.
How are you going to stop it?
Because I'll tell him I don't want to live here. Because I don't want to. Not unless you want me to.
Dr. Warwick, I'd like to begin. Would you please take a seat? Miss Carter, where's your counsel?
I don't have an attorney.
You have a right to an attorney. Weren't you told that?
I don't want one.
Dr. Fredrickson, if I may
What
interrupt.
is it, Dr. Warwick?
This happened so quickly and so unexpectedly that my patient, and Miss Carter is my patient, she hasn't had time to process the implications.
James, I know what's happening to me.
Sheila, you need an attorney. Insist.
I don't want one.
Why?
Sins of the past. Maybe this is part of my punishment.
Doctors, as you can see, this woman is incapable of defending herself.
No, he's wrong. I'm perfectly capable. Can we please continue?
Miss Carter has a right to decline counsel, Dr. Warwick. Let's move along. According to the complaint, Miss Carter, you're alleged to have violated your parole on a number of occasions.
In what way?
You were told to stay away from the Forresters, and according to Miss Fenmore, you didn't.
Do you have proof of this, Miss Fenmore?
She doesn't need proof. It's true, I didn't stay away.
Are you admitting the violation?
Yes.
Look, that was my fault. I encouraged her to seek out her friends at that time.
Nevertheless, it was a condition of her parole.
Yes, but to seek out an emotional support group was a condition of her treatment.
Dr. Warwick, are you acting as this woman's attorney? Because that's certainly how it's appearing.
No, sir, I'm acting as her therapist. Also, a condition of her parole was that she remain in therapy, if you recall. I believe Sheila Carter is making enormous progress. She left this prison a desperate, frightened, broken individual. Now she is taking responsibility. She's even admitted that she violated her parole. Members of the board, she's on her way to recovery, to becoming a productive individual. If you send her back to this prison hospital now, you will be making an enormous mistake.
Miss Fenmore, which of the Forresters did Miss Carter seek out?
Many of them, but one in particular.
Which one?
Me. I'm Maggie Forrester.
Clarke, it isn't that I don't want you to move in here with us.
Well, it's pretty obvious, Sally.
No, what is obvious is that you and I have to get a few things straight, okay? I'm very, very grateful to you for putting your own life on the line to save CJ's. But I am not grateful for the things that you did that caused that child to be in danger in the first place. Didn't you realize that when you decided to play a fast one and sell us out, that you were opening that front door and you were inviting the devil inside?
Yeah? Well, I let him right back out.
Not before an awful lot of damage was done. All right, now listen. I know I have a long history of having a blind side when it comes to you. I just want you to know that my eyes are wide open now, and I see you and I know you for exactly what you are, okay? Now, it is possible, I hope so, that you are capable of being a loving, decent father to our little boy. But as for me, I will never be able to see you as anything but a ruthless and dangerous man.
Get the message.
Good. Then, yes. Yes, you can move back in here with us.
What?
CJ needs to have his father near him, especially now, after all he's been through. So yes, you can move back in here. We've got an extra room. It's yours. Don't try any of your tricks, Clarke. Don't even think about it. Because if you do, I will have you out that door and back in the gutter so fast that it's going to make your head spin.
Sally, Sally, Sally.
Sheila Carter sought you out, Miss Forrester.
We met at a coffee house.
Did she know who you were?
No, I don't think she did at first, but later she realized.
Maggie?
James, I'm sorry, but I have to tell the truth.
What happened after that?
We became friends, and she began coming over to the Forrester home. And it was strange because she would show up at the most unexpected times. Sometimes I would find her just standing there in the middle of the house.
The two of you must have been close.
We were friends, but I would never say we were ever that close.
Yet she assumed she could just come into your home?
Well, Ms. Lopez, that's the way Sheila operates. Believe me, I've had years of experience. Sheila wanted something, and so she sought out Maggie.
What was she after, Miss Fenmore?
Stephanie Forrester. We don't have any proof of this now. Not yet, anyway, but someday we will. Sheila Carter poisoned Stephanie Forrester, and I'm as certain of that as I am that she is sitting right there. That woman is the devil incarnate, and she is a threat to each and every one of us.
I am trying to become a better person. I know I've done things that were wrong, and I want to make up for all of it.
Well, good. Make up for it. Go back to that prison hospital and pay your debt to society.
All right, that's enough, both of you. Miss Forrester, let me ask you something. Do you believe that Sheila was after something other than friendship?
I know she was. She poisoned Stephanie, and she set me up to take the fall. She has acknowledged this to me. She never said it verbally, but we all know that she did it. And if you're such a God-fearing Christian, then why don't you admit it here today? Why don't you tell these people what you've done? Tell them how for months you were feeding Stephanie mercury, driving her crazy, trying to kill her. Where's your religion now, Sheila? Huh? Where is it?
I said that's enough. I don't want to hear any more of this. Now, everybody sit down and stop this right now. Miss Craven, you're Sheila's parole officer. Other than the violations we've talked about here today, are you aware of any others?
No, ma'am.
Has Sheila been a good parolee?
Other than this, she's been exemplary.
I think I've heard enough. What about the rest of you? I'm going to call a recess. Then the board will make its recommendation. This proceeding is adjourned.
How could you do this?
James, wait.
Maggie, let him cool off, okay?
Maggie, I'm sorry. You know, I've asked God for forgiveness, and I've asked you. And he has forgiven me. Maybe if you ask, he'll forgive you too.
You're a parasite, Sheila. A blood-sucking leech who's after James and who will use every evil means at her disposal to get him, including religion. Well, you want to know something? You're not forgiven, Sheila. You know why? Because you don't really want forgiveness. You just want to use God like you've used every one of us. Oh, don't shake your head at me. Wipe that smirk off your face. You wipe that off, or I'll wipe